Let me tell you something that you may not want to hear. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how hard your life has been, how many obstacles you face, or how tired you are. Nobody cares about your excuses. But you know what? That's your greatest opportunity. Because when no one cares, it's up to you to care. When the world is silent, when no one is cheering for you, when there's no applause, and the weight of your dreams feels unbearable, that's the moment you discover who you truly are. It's easy to work hard when people are watching, when praise is constant, and when every step is validated. But champions are built in the shadows. When no one is looking, are you still grinding? When no one notices your effort, are you still pushing? When the world shrugs at your struggles, are you still relentless? The truth is, life owes you nothing. But the beauty of that truth is this: every success you earn, every goal you crush, and every victory you claim will be yours. Not because someone handed it to you, but because you worked for it. Because you decided to care enough about yourself to make it happen. There are no guarantees in this life, but there is one constant: effort. Effort never lies. Effort doesn't care about your background, your circumstances, or your failures. It only cares about what you're willing to give today, tomorrow, and every day after that. So, let them doubt you. Let them ignore you. Use their indifference as fuel. Channel every disappointment, every no, and every door slammed in your face into energy. Work harder, not for them, but for you. Because at the end of the day, when the lights go out and you're left with nothing but your own reflection, the only person who needs to care about your journey is staring back at you. Let me share a truth that changed my life. I became successful the moment I stopped caring if other people cared. For years, I worked tirelessly to prove myself. I craved validation like a lifeline, waiting for someone, anyone, to tell me, "You're doing great," or "You're good enough." Every move I made was colored by a single question: what will they think of me? But here's the catch: they were never satisfied. No matter how hard I tried, someone always had an opinion. "You're trying too hard. You're not trying enough. You should have done it this way. You'll never make it." One day, I hit a wall. I realized I was living my life like a puppet, yanked around by the invisible strings of judgment and expectations. And in that moment, I made the decision. I cut those strings. I stopped caring if people cared. Now let me be clear. I didn't stop caring about people. I stopped letting their opinions define my worth. I stopped allowing their doubts to dictate my direction. I stopped measuring my success by their applause or their silence. And do you know what happened next? Freedom. Freedom to take risks without fear of failure. Freedom to make decisions aligned with my value, not someone else's checklist. Freedom to embrace my unique path, knowing that no one else has to walk it but me. When I stopped chasing approval, I gained something far more valuable: self-approval. I started asking myself, am I proud of what I'm doing? Am I learning and growing? Am I staying true to my vision? And as I focused inward, my life transformed. Opportunities appeared because I wasn't afraid to stand out. My relationships deepened because I showed up authentically. Success came, not because everyone else cared, but because I did. Here's the lesson. No matter what you do, not everyone will care. Some won't understand. Some won't agree. And guess what? That's okay. The world doesn't need a carbon copy of someone else's approval. It needs you, your ideas, your passion. You're encouraged to live life on your terms. So, if you find yourself paralyzed by what others might think, I challenge you. Stop caring if they care. Care about your purpose, your growth, your dreams. Care about what sets your soul on fire. And when you do, you'll discover that success isn't about who's watching. It's about who you become when you stop worrying about the crowd. Life is hard. We all face struggles, setbacks, and seasons where it feels like the deck is stacked against us. And guess what? Most people won't care. Not because they're cruel, but because they're busy fighting their own battles. Life doesn't stop for anyone. Here's the cold, hard truth. Complaining about your circumstances won't move you forward. Dwelling on how unfair life is won't change it. You can shout your frustrations to the void, but the void won't answer. Success doesn't care about your excuses, only your efforts. But here's the thing. You're not alone in your struggles. Everybody you admire, every successful person has faced hardship. The difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck isn't talent, privilege, or luck. It's grit. It's decisions to show up and give their best, even when it feels like the world is against them. Nobody's going to hand you a solution. That's on you. And you know what? That's powerful. Because if the world isn't going to rescue you, it means you hold the power to rewrite your story. So how do you do that? Stop complaining and start acting. The energy you spend venting could be invested in solving your problems. Focus on what you can control and take one small step forward every single day. Build resilience. Life will knock you down, but you decide whether to stay there. Stand up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. Every time you rise, you grow stronger. Work in silence. Let your results make the noise. Let people wonder how you managed to climb so high despite the odds. Find your reason. Who are you working for? What's your end game? When the grind gets tough, your why will keep you going. And lastly, own your story. Your struggle is a part of what makes you unique. Wear it like armor, not chains. Let it fuel your journey instead of weighing you down. Life owes you nothing. But the beautiful thing about that is, you don't owe anyone explanations or apologies either. You owe yourself the effort to turn your dreams into reality. So, if you've been waiting for someone to save you, let me tell you right now, nobody's coming. But the person who can change your life, they're already here. Look in the mirror. While nobody else may care about your struggles, they will be inspired by your perseverance. They'll look at you and wonder, how did they make it through? And in that moment, you'll realize that your struggles wasn't just for you. It was for every person who needed proof that rising above is possible. You don't need the world's validation or their attention. You need your own belief. Belief that you are capable. Belief that you are worthy of success, even when the odds are stacked against you. So today, I challenge you. Stop waiting for the world to care about your struggle. Start caring about how you will overcome it. Because when you stand victorious, not only will the world notice, they'll be inspired to rise above their own struggles too. Your story is not over. It's just beginning.